Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to a new season of Country Fried Rock. I'm your host, Sloan Spencer. Thanks for joining us. My guest today on Country Fried Rock is Country Fried Rock alum Boo Ray, who has a new album that's out, but there's a whole lot of cool stuff going on with Sea of Lights. Welcome.
Howdy, Sloan.
So tell me what the big new news is with Sea of Lights.
Well, it's coming out on vinyl. I've never had vinyl out, so it's just completely exciting to me.
That is huge.
Thank you.
Tell me about this relationship and what's going on with the vinyl.
Sure. You know, I've been around Athens, Georgia on and off for over the years, and we're in with Kindercore, and they are exclusively handling and manufacturing and consulting on all our vinyl. And we're able to start at our first vinyl release will have the benefit of excellent consultation and experience from guys that are, top of the food chain, and that's which I just couldn't be happier about.
That is really cool. Well, so we haven't had a chance to talk about the album itself. Tell me a little bit about the guys that you recorded with. You've got a long-time relationship with them.
Sure, yeah. The way that went down is I got the call from Noah Shane, L.A. rock producer Noah Shane, who's, I guess, recently produced Dead Sarah, was a big L.A. rock act. Noah did Nico Vega, and he did that Nikki Lane Gone, Gone, Gone single. But anyways, Noah called me, Sloan, and said, hey, man, I got the Ampex 2-inch tape machine from Quonset Hut Studio that recorded Dylan's Nashville Skyline and all the Nashville era Cash records. Get out here and do a record with me.
Whoa. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so had you recorded to tape before?
Actually, I did do one to tape a long time ago, but not in any kind of modern way where I actually got the record out where it got to some people, But you've worked with Noah before. Correct. Noah produced 2 tracks that are on the Bad News Travels Fast record, the 2010 Bad News Travels Fast record. He produced Constantina and Ale Ale.
Which we played back when we originally spoke with you a long time ago.
That's right. And
I knew that name.
Yeah. So Noah and I are longtime pards, and he said, get out here and produce this record with me. And I did, and it all got booked and confirmed and went real fast. I mean, literally on the way out, sitting in BNA Airport in Nashville International Airport, we started making calls. My dear friend and collaborator and guitar slinger, young British guitar slinger, Saul Philcox, flew out to Los Angeles with me to handle chicken picking and guitar duties with me. And we started making phone calls right there in the waiting lounge at Nashville Airport. And it just turned out that Steve Ferroni was in town. Paul Ill was in town.
Oh, cool.
The Garner brothers were in town. And so everybody was first choice. Everybody just happened to have a couple of days window where they could load into a studio and track a record with us.
Nice.
Yeah.
The record itself has had a life of its own for a while.
Yeah, it's been a great run. We did a coast-to-coast radio tour behind the record. I guess it did real well on Americana Radio, top 40 for like 8 weeks or something.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
And if people have not had a chance to hear it, you've been going a little bit more country every time you got something new that comes out.
There could be a disclaimer or an apology, but at no point, right? At this point, right?
Some of the press photos that are out with it, you're wearing a vintage Exit In shirt.
That was given to me by my dear friend, Marshall Chapman. Marshall and I met the first time in 2009 at the Americana Music Week. I had driven up from Athens, Georgia, slept the night in the car, and we were both slated to tape performances and interviews with the alternate route. So I was in there, and these guys from Austin, and there were some dandies wearing their fancy duds in that room that morning at 8:30 a.m. or something, just decked out in rhinestones and all. And I had slept in my car. Then I was in there feeling out of sorts and underdressed, and Marshall Chapman walked in sweatpants and a baggy white T-shirt, kicked her shoes off.
She's a trip.
Oh, she's wonderful, right? She kicked her shoes off, scooched up next to the wall and threw her legs up against the wall and stretched her back out. I was like, that's the coolest person in the room right there.
That is Marshall Chapman in a nutshell right there.
Totally. We've been pals ever since. And I still see Marshall pretty regularly. We go catch movies at the Bell Court and stuff like that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Sea of Lights has had a nice run of its own, and then being able to release something on vinyl is kind of its own special. It's new, but it's not new. What had to change in order to get it onto vinyl?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. And it is new, and it's a whole different product entirely. It's a different mastering job. So Pete Lyman, welcome to 1979, have become, integral parts of our team now. I'm like a production entity almost, because of all my friends who are artists, photographers and videographers and guitar players and producers and horn players and background singers. My recordings are documentation of the parties that I throw in a certain way. So yeah, Kindercore in Athens and Pete Lyman and Noah Shane and Welcome to 1979 are now a well-oiled, excellently communicating, streamlined operation as far as being able to produce live tape recordings going to vinyl. I consider it like a really top-notch race team or something like that,
Sea of Lights on vinyl is going to be the debut release from Kindercore as well.
That's
is that
right. We're tickled about it. Could not be happier to continue tying together the roots to Athens, Georgia, and Nashville to Los Angeles. And I mean, I'm just crazy about having all of the pieces come together and all these great people communicating and working together.
That's fantastic. So who's in the live band?
You're going to love these guys, man. It's all East Nashville cats. You got Patrick Hubert on drums. He's another West Texas conservatory cat. He's a South Carolina kid, but he did that conservatory. So those guys are halfway like Buzz Aldrich and the astronaut, the NASA guys, half hillbillies, half scientists. And and then I got this great bass player, Will Moore, that is playing with us, and he's just wonderful, Muscle Shoals as can be. And Smith Curry on steel is a real blast and highlight. I can't wait for you all to hear him. You're going to love him. And my right-hand man and guitar player, Matt Workman, I can't wait for you to hear Matt. He's a California boy, but he's been in Nashville a couple of years now, and just wonderful guy and great picker. Yeah, I've been working with this band now for about 2 years.
Boo, I'm really excited to see that this record is going to be out on vinyl, and I love the connection back to Athens with Kindercore.
Me too.
Because they've been talking about doing some like eco-friendly stuff down the road and changing the pressing process itself. I mean, really neat things going on.
Yeah, I'm into them. Those guys are just super cool and top of the heap experts in the field,
Congrats on this vinyl release. This is going to be fun. And congrats on the official showcase with the AmericanaFest.
Thanks a ton, Sloan. Great to hear you.
Always. You as well. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here at Country Fried Rock. Find more of our episodes wherever your favorite podcast is or at countryfriedrock.org. All content is copyright 2017 by Lilypad Productions. All rights reserved. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are Country Fried Rock. If you need to reach out in the United States for 24/7 assistance, call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 800-273-8255. They also have 24/7 chat available at suicidepreventionlifeline.org. I've been making bracelets from used guitar strings that musician friends have been sending me and adding a little medallion on there with that Suicide Prevention Lifeline phone number on it, giving them to a bunch of musicians over the last few months. They're all different. If you'd like one, shoot me a DM on either Twitter or Insta. They're $15, including shipping. Take care, and thanks so much for taking care of the people you love.
Ever he been helping us some country fried rock.